K-pop Demon Hunters is the movie that has taken the world by storm. Over on Netflix, brought to us by Sony. I know it is a movie that I have seen a million times watching it with my two young daughters. They sing the songs all the time, we play them all the time. And it's something that has gotten massive, only coming out, I believe, in September. So as I was doing my thing, scrolling through social media, which I know shouldn't be doing, it's a poison, an ad pops up. Mattel. Boom. Here's some K-pop Demon Hunter little dolls, figurines. And I'm like, oh, okay. I look over at my wife. I'm like, we should probably pre-order these. They look pretty cool. So I think nothing of it, right? Let it pass. Didn't do anything. So a day goes by, 2 days go by, and I'm like, you know what? I want to look into this. Me and my wife were once again talking about trying to get Christmas shopping done early for our girls. So I want to look more into this. I want to see what's up. I had heard before Hasbro had the deal. I saw Mattel. It was the official Mattel, social media. So I figured it wasn't going to be a lie. It wasn't going to be a scam. So I wanted to check out what this was all about. So I search in social on Google, and I look up, K-pop Demon Hunters toys, and I see this article from Gizmodo, and it was titled something like K-pop Demon Hunters surprise type of thing. So what I want to do here is I want to jump into that article, and I want to show you what I saw and what I think about, what this all could mean, and why I'm not a big fan of what the hell's going on. So let's jump right into that. So right away, right here, we see this article. The first K-pop Demon Hunters dolls are here, but there's a huge catch. Pre-orders open through Mattel Creations on November 12th. So let's go through this article. K-pop Demon Hunters dolls from Mattel have been revealed in detail, but don't get too excited. They won't arrive until next fall. And there's another pricey catch attached. And again, this is kind of, if you look right here in this box, this is what they're supposed to look like. And they actually look pretty good. They are in their all white outfits. They're golden outfits for this one. I don't know if that's what they're going to be sold as, but anyone that watched the movie knows that's their outfits for when they were doing their golden promotion. That's neither here nor there. Let's continue. Pre-orders from Mattel Creations K-pop Demon Hunters dolls begin November 12th. Okay. So I looked at that and I was like, oh, all right, November 12th, I could pre-order it. That's, in a few days, and should be here for Christmas. So let's keep going. If you snag a pre-order with holiday gift giving in mind, you'll have to print out an IOU and stick it in a Christmas stocking because the dolls are estimated to arrive by October 2026, according to Mattel. So let's go do a little digging into that, because if you go over here and you look over here on this tab, what do you know? Right on the Mattel website, which I guess if you get to this point, you'll be able to see. But when I tell you, when I first saw on social media, it didn't say when the pre-order was, it didn't say when it shipped. It just had it out there that these were the new dolls. And if you look at them, like they're solid. They're well made. It looks like it's going to be well made stuff. But you go here and just look up top, available for pre-order November 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, ships by October 2026. Okay. So we're not going to get them before Christmas. So I was looking at that and I was already like, all right, whatever. So now I'm going to keep reading though. And it says, at least they will be out before the recently announced sequel, but whoa, that's still a long time to wait. Did we mention that, at least for this initial Mattel run, the dolls will only come as a package deal? You can't just buy one Huntrix member. You'll have to get the full set of Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. And the What It Sounds Like 3-pack will set you back $150. Now let's scroll back over here to the Mattel website. And again, lo and behold, the 3-pack, $150 for the 3-pack. That's a lot. That's a lot. And you're looking at it, okay, they're decent size. They're almost about a foot each. 11.75 inches. They are tall. These are legitimate, good size dolls. Definitely not ones you're going to be playing with, right? Because they have all the accessories. Like I said, they look good according to the movie and things like that. Their weapons are there, even down to like Rumi and the jewelry she was wearing, the two different colored earrings. she doesn't have the bracelet, but down to Zoe and all the stuff that she wears, Mira over here and all the stuff that she wears. So it's incredibly detailed, but $150 for all three. You can't just pick one. You have to do all three, and it's for collectors ages 14. So this is for collectors over here. So let's go back to the article real quick. So again, they have a picture right here of it. The details on Zoe, Rumi, and Mira are gorgeous. They're what it sounds like outfits, and I was wrong. It wasn't golden. It was what it sounds like. Sorry about that. Look just like the film, and it's cool to see Rumi's demon marks prominently displayed across her design, but we have to admit, they look too fancy to play with, and that's common with the Mattel Creations drops, which explains the sticker price. All right, so that's kind of all I wanted to read out of here, and I just wanted to look at, the dolls themselves. But now this brings me to my chief complaint about all this, okay? And now I'm hoping that Hasbro, who also I believe has a deal with them because they go through Netflix, will get dolls out in time, playable dolls for kids, because I really think Mattel has dropped the ball on this. I think Netflix, I think Sony, and I think their whole preparation in general has dropped the ball. It was ridiculously hard to get K-pop Demon Hunter Halloween outfits, and I know many people scrambled. A lot of girls got it, a ton of them got it. My daughter ended up not getting hers, and she was going to be Mira, and she didn't get it. Thank God we were able to pivot to Hermione Granger because she likes Harry Potter, and it ended up working out. But I don't understand the business side of this here. You know for a fact that the primary audience of this movie was younger kids. There was a lot of millennials, a lot of, it touched high school, but it was a lot of middle school, elementary school girls, and even a lot of boys that really enjoyed this. Why would your first run be a collector's edition? Beautiful look by, looks great. But why would it be a collector's edition? And why would it be all three of them together for $150? It would be much smarter to do this run and make it, you can buy a la carte, you could buy all three and make it cheaper. Don't do this collector's edition. Get this out by Christmas. This is awful business. If they do not have legitimately licensed figurines in the affordable price, and I'm talking if you go out and do $30 a figure, you could buy them each, or you could buy them as a package, whatever you want to do, $90, get all three. If they don't get out at least some, and I'm telling you right now, if they do $30 a piece, it will sell like gangbusters. They will make billions of dollars off of what will happen because every single parent in America that at minimum has an elementary to middle school age girl will go out and get at least their favorite character, if not multiples, to complete the set. So when I'm thinking about this from a business perspective is this makes no damn sense. Now, I know they talked about somewhere in the article of the release date for the movie, which I want to check because I thought they pushed it back to 2029. Yeah. So we're going to go to this too because initially there were a bunch of rumors that it was going to come out next year. But according to Gizmodo, again, right here, the sequel to Netflix's biggest film of all time is aiming for a 2029 release. So the only thing that I can think of here, the only thing I can gather, the best play here would be that they are looking to spread this out to keep the attention span up, right? Order it now, get it sometime in October next year, and keeps people wanting more. But you don't have to do that. Again, starting with the collector's edition 14 plus is a stupid, stupid, stupid idea. You push plushies out right away, right? The cat, Derpy, everyone loves the stupid cat. And people like the crow. Get Derpy out there yesterday. Make these plushies yesterday. Like that should have been in pre-production, regardless of how big you thought this was going to be, because it's a cool looking cat that's mischievous. People were going to latch onto that, whether it was a gigantic movie or not. You would have had a cult group that would have wanted it. That's number one. But number two, get the K-pop Demon Hunter little plushies out there. whether they're like the goofy anime style ones or they're more like real life, get them out there and get toys for kids out there. You will make so much more than you would off these collector's editions. And it's not even close. So for me, I just don't understand the appeal here because for Mattel itself to not do this or Hasbro, because think of it this way when it comes to what K-pop Demon Hunters had, there were like, I have to think, maybe like one, two, three, maybe four or five different outfits just alone that the Demon Hunters wore. Okay. And that's not including any of the other side characters, just the main three. You could sell regular, you know, how it's done edition in the beginning, what they were wearing and when they first drop in, when you first meet the Demon Hunters. Boom, you can get them in those outfits. And then the next set, okay, the golden edition. Same characters, they're just now wearing those clothes. Oh, do you have the How It's Done edition already? You can buy the clothes now for cheaper price, but just to accessorize. Make them like a freaking Barbie, man. Just to accessorize. And now you're now doubling, tripling what you could do because you're going to have a bunch of these, especially these girls that like to accessorize, will go out and ask their parents to get them the different clothes, the different outfits, and people will buy them. You have chances throughout these next, 4 years to continue to keep these types of things in the forefront. And this is without even releasing the Saja Boys. This is without releasing anything with Bobby, their manager, who was hilarious. Or, even going deeper into Derpy or any of the other demons or things like that, that could have just be like fodder characters. Like, I don't understand the play here. I think the play is asinine. I think Sony, Netflix, K-pop Demon Hunters have dropped the ball immensely since September, since this blew up. And don't get me wrong, I know they're probably trying their best to get things mass produced, but they have failed terribly. Failed in order to get things out there. The fact that I'm still walking through a Target or something, going into the toy section, because again, I have two kids and there isn't a whole section already dedicated to K-pop Demon Hunters. The fact that just now, as we're getting closer to the holiday season, it is now getting easier to find shirts. Just now. And when I tell you my daughters have wanted K-pop Demon Hunter shirts for so long, and they need to get on this quick because attention spans do go away. They need to get these things producing now because I'll tell you right now, the Bluey movie is next year. And when the Bluey movie comes out, that whole elementary demographic that you have had captured now since September, again, it hasn't been long, but captured and has already made so much for you in terms of just viewership, right? That audience is going to shift to Bluey unless you can give them a reason to at least stay a little. And the best way to do that is to get these kids things to have in their hands for Christmas. They will never forget if they open up their favorite K-pop Demon Hunter figure in an outfit that, even if it's just the How It's Done or the Golden Edition, whatever you want to do, that's what you need to do. So, um, I think it's a weird play right here. I think Mattel releasing a collector's edition that's not going to be out until October of next year, that is only sold in a 3-pack, that is $150, which for collector's editions, three about a foot size models isn't bad. $50 a piece, not bad. They did look beautiful. But for that to be your first toy released, I think is really stupid. So that's my take. Hasbro needs to get on at least releasing some K-pop Demon Hunters figurines and have it ready in stores by like the end of this month and make sure they ship by Christmas. Because if not, another huge missed opportunity by K-pop Demon Hunters and their team, because like I said, they haven't had real apparel out. It's been hard to find, hard to get to, and the shipping has been crazy, and now they're finally starting to get in there. So hopefully they shape up, hopefully they wisen up, and they make some better business decisions. Because me as a dad, who I even like the movie, I think it's great. There's a lot of comparisons over to, the times of when I was young watching Disney. One of the people I like to watch, Mega Moo 32 on Rumble. Everyone go. I'll throw that up there. Everyone go support Mega Moo 32 on Rumble. She did an awesome live stream which compared Disney and old school Disney of the 90s to K-pop Demon Hunters and why it resonated with so many people. She did that like a few days ago. Definitely go check it out because it's true. Okay. It's all true. And they need to realize that they need to get this in gear because I want to buy more stuff. I want to get my kids stuff. K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm one of your consumers. Let's go. So I appreciate everyone for watching. If you watched a video this long, thank you very much. Make sure you consider tuning in on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday. Every other Wednesday, me and David are doing an interview with someone. And then in between that, spliced in between, I'll be doing reactions to videos that Dave sends me because Dave hates me and wants to torture me. Please make sure you go find us. We're on Rumble, YouTube, Kick, X, and Facebook. And I'll see you all there. Thank you so much for watching. So long.